your girl, Dr. Betty.
And it's Miss Carter. What up, what up, what up? Let me stop.
Listen
I
here.
feel a little gangster whenever I wear this shirt. Pardon me. I get a little out of myself. Pardon me.
You can take the girl out the hood.
Can't. Yeah.
And now
So
just
it's
leave the
part of
rest
me,
where
y'all.
it's
I'm still
at.
educated, still a professional, young black professional. Don't get it twisted, but when you put on a pair of Timbs, you just feel different. When you wear, you know what I mean, a little sweatshirt and a hoodie, you feel different. You can't help it. You just when you have your little tie hat on, you feel different. You know what I mean? You just feel a little different. Don't throw on some Timbs. Don't do it. You'll literally start walking crazy. Don't do it. Literally.
What going? You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you. Don't throw in some Timbs if you're not ready to get buck with someone. Anyways, that's not what we came here for. We came here for, Doc.
All right. So, welcome back to Dysfunctional Discussions, guys. I have another dysfunctional discussion to bring up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join the family, guys. I want to hear from you, whoever you are, wherever you are. Your opinion counts, okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So, so I was talking to an old friend, and
I must say, Doc, I'm sorry, you got way too many damn friends. Are you sure you're not the friend?
No, I'm not the friend. But
you know,
I'm
starting to question these
through
friends.
my walk in life, I've come across some very interesting intellectual characters.
Well, they have too many problems because
of course,
they coming to the show with a friend's issue. Let them, hi. Let me stop.
I mean, honestly, so my friends always confide in me. They think I give great advice. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for the blessing. And so sometimes I think that some of the things that we discuss, I think it's important to sort of expound on it, discuss it, and get like someone else's opinion on, because these are things that people go through that aren't specific to them, but there are many people who you'll be surprised who share in their plight or whatever it is that they're going through. You know what I mean? So I always, if I think it is something worth discussing on a broader platform, of course I will.
Right.
I'll bring it up. We can talk about it. Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
Don't judge what you don't know. Oh. So anyway, my friend, he was in the military. He is recently done with his time in the military, so he's a veteran. Anyway, so we were talking about back during wartime. This was when we were in like 7th grade. Ooh, telling my age. But anyway, back then, and then also when we were in high school, the war was still going on. So he was telling me that one of his friends had a girl back home who he wanted to marry. And he said that before he left for his first tour to Iraq, he didn't get a chance to marry her before leaving. But he had a leave coming up and he wanted to marry her upon his return, and then, for his leave or whatever. And then when he went back for his second tour in Iraq, he would, go as a married man. And if anything happened, God forbid, at least he'd leave behind a wife and not just himself. So, according to my friend, right, when he returned home, homegirl had a whole nother man. So she ain't wait on him. He was gone 9 months on his first tour. He wrote her all the time when he could or whatever. Couple letters, but
he went to bed.
I mean, yeah. So he was gone for 9 months, and he said when he got to the house, he rented an apartment for her or whatever, where they were living before he left for his tour. When he got there, there was a man in the bed with her. So of course he was very upset. So anyway, my question is, as a woman, right? You're with someone, you like him, and he's going off to war, or let's say he's terminally ill or something. And he's like, all I want in this world is to marry you. So that if I die, then at least I died marrying the woman I love or whatever. Would you do it to please him? Or would you be honest and be like, I'm sorry, bro, I can't marry you because I don't want to marry you? Like, what would you do?
No, I mean the latter part, but not because I don't want to marry him. Of course, if we're in love, it's gonna hurt the hell out of me. It's gonna hurt me more. Let me put it like this: it's gonna hurt me more to go through with it, marry you and not see you, than know I'm in love with you but have to say no. Like that's gonna hurt, but it's gonna hurt me way more and obviously longer to know I have this ring for what? I have these signed papers for what? And you're not even here. Like I'm the type of person I need somebody there. I'm sorry, but it's like you got to do your thing. Fine, if maybe like I can never be a basketball wife or a rapper's wife, whatever. Like I need somebody there. Not saying not to go follow your dreams. If you're a businessman, you need to go out for some business a day or two. Fine, but I'm sorry, I can't do it. Like I said, it's gonna hurt me more to say yes and you're not there. I know you're not there because you're bullshitting. That's not the reason why you're doing your thing. You're fighting for the country, you know? Or even in the case for being terminally ill, jeez Louise. If I had a choice, I would choose that one over, but even, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like I said, it's going to hurt me more to say yes.
The thing about war is that um, the soldier comes back wounded in more than one way. Mentally, he's scarred from all of what he's seen. Because the experience you have is unlike any other that you will ever have.
Yeah.
So, God forbid his whole platoon is gone. He's the only survivor. He's scarred. If he comes back with an injury, he's still scarred because someone died and he lived. And then he has to adjust to life in his present state, losing whatever he's lost, in addition to whatever PTSD that he'll be enduring. And so it's a lot. So oftentimes, a soldier is, his only hope is the woman he left behind. Okay.
Let me just say something, because this just reminded me, it's just making me think of things. And it's like, yes, you know, it would be very fortunate and it would be very advantageous and just beneficial to have someone to lean on, to have someone there to literally help you clean your wounds, to encourage you, to pray with you. Definitely. I'm not saying, you know, to not have somebody there, but just putting the woman through this. Number one, you're gone for so long. She's already broken, missing her man. Her man comes back half a man. You feel me? And like I said, it's just making me think of, you know, men who go off to prison. Like I said, you started to say this story, and I'm like, it sounds like you're doing a bid, bro. Like you're in jail. And it's like many men expect their women to come every week, put money on their books, all of that, bring the kids. When a female, and I watch a lot of like jail documentaries. When females are in jails, they don't get these visits from these men. You feel me? And it's like they just expect so much of us. You expect me to wait 9 months for you, whether you're in jail or in war. You expect me to now have to deal with you emotionally, and you coming at me because of your PTSD. Like they expect us to bear so much and be okay with it, yet they wouldn't, for a drop of a hat, you feel me, wait for us at the bus station for too long if our bus is running late while you late. You feel me? Like, no, it's not even funny, bro. It's like they expect so much of us and they won't do anything. And it's like, not to sound mean, yes, I would want you to have somebody there for you to help you out. You feel me? But
so I think
like,
it's very different.
Be considerate, dude.
It is different for someone who's going to jail, and it's different for someone who's going to war. Jail, your consequences. Jail is a consequence of your actions.
Right.
You committed a crime. Maybe the duration of your bid may not be fair. You deal with that with your lawyer. But the fact of the matter is, your actions caused you to sort of find yourself in that predicament 9 times out of 10.
Right.
Or let's be a little liberal, 75% of the time. Okay? Now, if we're looking at, oh, and please, guys, jump in the comments. I want to hear from you. Okay?
Yeah. We know what's up.
Going to war is something very different. It's crippling for the person who is there, and it's crippling for the people who are left behind. The soldier has a family, but he doesn't necessarily look to his family. He looks to the person who he's been the most vulnerable with, which is the woman in his life. Okay? So if he is seeking some sort of emotional comfort or something, he looks at your picture every day to keep him going. You know, he needs that. It's something that he needs to sort of, not make foolish mistakes to keep himself safe. He's thinking to himself, okay, I have to make sure that I not only save my life, but I'm also saving my life for my girl because she needs me too. I'm trying to make this country a safer place for her. And this is my contribution. This is what I believe in. Now, I will never understand why or what will make anyone join, the military, especially during wartime. And I come from a biased place because my only brother in the world has lost his eye to this war, to the war in Iraq. Okay. Of course, his one eye left is better than all four of mine. But and we have been very fortunate. We're very blessed. He is a very intelligent man. Graduated magna cum laude from USC, with a pre-law, and also graduated magna cum laude USC again with a master's in poli-sci, and he's now a federal official. So God has blessed him and has allowed him to use his military skills and his intellect and his intelligence to put him on a better platform. All soldiers are not that lucky, okay? But it's a lot. He still goes through he has his moments where he has his PTSD. We see it, we experience it. It's but us being clinical learned people, we know how to handle it because we come from medical backgrounds. I'm a doctor, my mother's a nurse. So we know how to deal with such things. So being that emotional support system for them, I feel, in my opinion, it is a small sacrifice to make, just to ensure that he is okay and that he'll come home safe. Now, when he gets here and you want to leave him, you can leave him. That's my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to hear from you guys. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. And I feel like it may sound harsh, but you lie for less significant things. If you really don't want to be with him and he's going off to war, do you think it's the best time to tell him, yo, homie, I really don't want to be with you?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's worse for you to now leave when he comes back. Just leave before, like, don't even go through with it. That's what I'm saying. Don't
But
even
really? So he's
go
gonna go to war heartbroken and thinking about, oh my God, why didn't she want to be with me? Like, who was this dude?
No, I told you why. No, it's not like you're going like with a question mark. You're gonna feel heartbroken, but you know why. And come on, nigga, you gotta excuse. I'm sorry, but you gotta understand why. Like, you know how you're gonna come back, even if it's a physically whole person. You're not right.
So you saying that you're not strong enough to help him through the journey?
I guess
it's not like he doesn't love you. He loves you. He is there for you. He's very supportive. He needs support from you. Can you not give him that support upon his return?
And that's what you see. You just said what I said before. It's like, you need this of me. Like, like, what am I getting, bro? I don't mean to sound selfish, but it's like we're always giving. And naturally, me personally, Miss Carter is already a giver, bro. And now you want to give, like, I don't mind giving my all to someone that I truly love, like for real, for real. But in a
Isn't that part of
situation
your
like
all
this,
that emotional support?
I feel like I'm losing in this though.
What are
I feel
you
like I'm
losing? What have
losing.
you lost? What is it that you're losing?
Number one, my man for a amount of time, I don't know how long, and now you come back and I just lost my man. You're not the same person. Either way, I just lost my man. I lost my man.
So you can't. So you don't love him enough to basically
Bruh, I'm gonna love you,
get
but I'm
to
gonna be
know
looking
this
at you.
new whoever
When
this
I
new
look at
person
you,
is.
I'm gonna be upset. When I look at you, I'm gonna be hurt. I'm not trying to do that to either one of us. Like the love is gonna probably fade away even more now. Like I said, it's gonna hurt ending it, but it's gonna hurt more knowing that you're coming home and I'm looking at you and I just don't feel the same way now because I'm angry. I'm heartbroken. I'm upset because of what happened to my man. I'm upset that you chose to do this. Like you made this choice. I'm just upset, bruh.
So
Like
you are.
okay.
So you are upset. So when does the.
Yeah.
So okay. So say you break up with him before he goes off to war, and you hear that he died at war.
Jesus Christ.
How would you feel?
Are you trying to say I'm supposed to feel guilty? Because he was going to go either
I'm
way.
asking you a question. How would that
Oh,
make you feel?
definitely not guilty. Of course, sad. A life is lost. A life that I actually knew and love is lost. A life, I'm pretty sure I know his family. So, of course, I'm grieving and mourning with them. It sucks. Guilty, if that's what you're expecting, no, because it's a decision you clearly made anyway. You were going to do it regardless. So, if that's what you're expecting me to say, no. Heartbroken, sad, of course. Absolutely. Like, yeah. Yeah, of course. Like without a doubt, of course I'm gonna feel your life is lost, bro. Yes. I'm gonna feel for your family. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Guilty now.
Hmm.
Sorry y'all if I sound a certain way, but I gotta like I've learned I gotta preserve my happiness. And like I said, it's gonna hurt breaking up with you, but my happiness won't be there staying with you. Again, you're not even there. Then you come home, my man is not the same. It's gonna hurt even more. So I mean, call it what you would. That's what we're here for. Dysfunctional discussions, laugh, cry, agree, disagree with us. Let me know what's up. But that's just me. That's just me. I can't do that. Then like say we have a kid or kids together. Oh God. I gotta try to now help them mentally, emotionally now that dad is away. Then when dad comes back, he's not the same. Try to help them. Again, it's a whole lot on the woman. They like we're
It's a
expected of
lot on
so much.
everybody. It's not. So I see what
Yes,
you're
but
saying,
you
that
keep
it's a
saying
lot
it's
on the
like
woman.
he's expecting me to be there for him while he's gone. He's expecting me to be. What can you give me, bruh? And I'm not the type like I'm a giver, like I said. I don't do tit for tats. But in a situation like this feels it just feels one sided. It just feels one sided right now. You feel me? So I'm not a tit for tat, but right now it feels one sided, and something got to give. I'm sorry, you were gonna say something.
Well, what I was gonna say was, um, the process is not easy for anyone, and it's not only him coming back different, but you, who he left behind, will also change going through the experience. Um, though I was young when my brother went off to war, um, when he came back with his injuries, that whole process, the heartache of it all of it, definitely made me a different person. It didn't just change him; it changed all of us. Um, and so I I salute any woman who actually, marries a military man. Every military wife, girlfriend, lover, side chick, whatever. I salute all of you because it is a lot. It's a whole lot. Um, Mentally, emotionally, physically, it's a lot. It's draining. You can't sleep at night. It's a whole lot. I remember we used to gather around the phone. Whenever it would ring, like no one was allowed to like play on the phone or whatever. Whenever the phone would ring, we would all like rush to it, and everyone would be so silent, waiting to like see if it was him who was calling. And when it was him, like we would all, everyone had like 2 minutes to like say something to him or just to hear his voice. And thinking about it right now is making me way too emotional, but it's a lot. Um,
And now think about it, you're just a sister. Like imagine your wife, like you guys at least shared the burden. Your family members, like if it's the wife again, it's just all on her. Not
it's
saying
not
he's not
all
gonna
on
call
her.
her
She
mama.
has support
No,
from his family. She's
right.
not by herself.
But you said it, not to cut you off, but you said it that while he's away, he's looking at the picture of his wife, not his mama, not his sister. He's looking at the picture of his wife, and he's expecting his wife when he comes back to be there. Again, not saying mama, not saying sister, auntie is not going to be there to help. No, but you mentioned just the wife.
I would rather be the woman who is his hope, that keeps him alive, and then when he comes back, we can talk about whatever it is we need to talk about. If I can't be with you after you return, then that's fine. But at
But
the
that's
very least, I
worse,
know.
bro.
No, it's not worse, because at least I know he's still alive. But I'm not. I can't break up with you before you leave, and then God forbid something happens.
Right, you
I would
feel guilty
feel.
now.
I would.
So you're only staying with him so that you don't feel guilty. That's what I'm getting.
If I am in a position where I don't
That
love
don't
him
sound like
enough
love
to
to me. That just
marry
sounds
him,
like
if I feel as though I cannot see a future with him, but he's going off to war and he needs some reassurance, you bet your ass I'm gonna sell that lie like my life depends on that
See, but
shit.
like I'd rather not even do that, bro, because I'm who is that benefiting him a little bit, but you're
It's
again
benefit. He has a life. He can go to therapy and work through the breakup or whatever it is, because he's alive. As long as you are
alone
alive,
now.
you have possibilities. You have all this potential. You don't have shit if you are dead. You can't do anything. I'd rather lie to you. I will sell you whatever pipe dream you want me to sell you. Man, I will sing you whatever story like my life depends on it. Okay? As long as you come back alive. And then when you come back, I'm gonna be like, I love you, but
So no,
I
so
can't
you're
be with
saying as
you.
long as
And
he
then
comes
I would
back
leave.
alive, hold on. So you're saying as long as he comes back alive for whom? Because clearly you don't want to stay. So
He's
like
alive for
yes, no, hold
himself,
on.
for his family, for the woman who was meant to be with him. I kept him alive for her, for them. That's what
So
I
no,
kept him alive
is
for.
that the story that you're sticking with, or that you truly feel like let me just keep you alive for another woman, or that's just the lie you're gonna sell? You
No,
know what I'm saying?
that's a fact. If I know in my heart of hearts that I don't have a future with you, I can't marry you, but I am basically who you're telling me I love you. I'm taking your picture with me. I will write to you, write to me, blah 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 blah. I will sell you whatever comfort I need to sell you to make sure that you are rest assured that I am the last thing you should be worried about. I am your happiness. I will be your joy up until you come back. And when you come back, if I gotta go, I gotta go.
But
But
that's
I'll
just
tell
not
you
like.
that once you're back, and I know that you're in one piece. Whatever happens after that, that's on you. But I kept you alive.
You
So
say
whoever, once you
that.
get back to yourself, you meet and fall in love with the person who you're meant to be with, and your
No,
family
because
has
you
you
just
back.
fucked up. No, you fucked up his mind. He's not going to believe in love anymore
I didn't
because
fuck
you
up
so
his mind.
complied. Yes, because
What difference
you
is
made.
it for a woman who has been with a man for God knows however many years, and then they find out that this man has a whole nother family somewhere else? She's not fucked up.
Yes, but this is a different scenario. We're talking about this scenario. This scenario, you ruin his dreams of what true love is because he's there
That
thinking,
is
yes,
not
my
true.
woman is there for me.
Nope.
Yes, he come home in one piece. I can't wait to make love. All of that. You done messed up his pipe dream because you wanted to sell him a lie,
Listen,
as
I'm
opposed
not.
to
You
my
are
hold on,
looking
as
at
opposed
this.
to my point of view. Just end it. At least he
No, you're
comes
looking at
back.
this totally wrong.
He
You
still
think
believes
that
in
as soon
love.
as he steps off the plane, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm out? No, you give him time to get acclimated, and then you tell him, listen, and whatever monster you end up sharing your life with should be human enough to understand that yes, I was with a military man, okay? He is away at war. This and this is a situation. I've met and I've fallen in love with you. However, upon his return, I need some time to make things right with him before I leave.
I need some time to go fuck him when he comes.
No, you don't have to fuck him.
And
So, no, you don't have
telling
to.
me
You don't. Are
he
you
is
kidding?
not gonna wanna shoot up that club
No.
the minute he comes off that plane?
Girl,
You're gonna
you
tell
are
me,
a woman. You can
you're gonna
sell
tell your
anything.
man
I
that
have an
you're with,
EC.
babe, I
have
love you, but you know, I promised this
whatever.
guy who's in the military that I still love him. He's gonna come home, you know, I might, you know, go loosey goosey, you know. What?
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Guys, like, share, and subscribe. We will hit you with a part two of this. Okay, we are not done. The conversation is not over. Hit us in the comments. I want to know what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Okay? And until next time, I'm Dr. Batty.
And I'm Miss Carter. I'm out of here, man.
Bye, guys.